The Canaday Group presents RE/MAX Fine Homes, Luxury Living in Orange County, with your host, Lee Ann Canaday.
Good morning, Southern California, and welcome to the Canaday Group and RE/MAX Fine Homes. We got a fabulous show for you today, complete with a couple of lattes with Lee Ann and a Meet the Team and all of the other special segments. And you ought to make sure you go onto our YouTube station as well. If you miss a segment or miss a latte or miss a gossip, a celebrity gossip mansion, or miss a RE/MAX Worldwide. We have so many fun segments, so you can come back and look at our tips as well. But for now, let's look at the open houses for the weekend and our three-dimensional Matterport tours. How about putting the sign right over there, Chrisley?
Hi, I'm Lee Canaday with the Canaday Group RE/MAX Fine Homes. Welcome to our open house.
Well, I sure hope you saw something you want to come visit. And remember, if you can't make it to the open house, give us a call. We will give you your own private showing. Or if you just want your own private showing, we're so happy to accommodate you. So give us a call at the number below and we will show you whatever you would like to see. Now it is time for our coming soons, like this beauty, our new listings, and just some fabulous estate properties. episode of Lattes with Lee Ann, and I'm sure you guys remember Sophie, since she's been on the show since you were like a year and a half old. Remember that, Sophie?
Yes.
I had to hold you up, right?
Yes.
That was so much fun. And so she was on a year and a half and 2 years and 3 years, and now you just turned
8.
Oh, good. But you wrote a book, didn't you?
Yes.
When you were
7.
7. And maybe you can show everybody the book. So Sophie is the second youngest published author in the history of the world. That's pretty important, right?
Uh-huh.
So what made you decide to write a book? And tell us, what's the name of the book?
How tall will I be?
How tall will I be? Well, did that question just come to your mind?
Yes.
And then when you decided to...
Yes.
You decided to write a book about it.
Yes.
That sounds perfect. So maybe you could read just a couple pages from the book for us. Do you think you could do that?
Uh-huh.
Okay, pick some of your favorite parts.
My favorite part is dun dun dun. This one.
Oh, okay. Oh, so because your little brother's in it. Is that the reason?
No. Because there's lemonade.
Oh, well, of course, you love lemonade. Okay, so why don't you read it and then show the picture afterwards, okay?
Okay. Smaller than me, smaller than a mug, smaller than a jug. The smallest yet is a ladybug. Flip, flip, flap, wee, soaring she goes.
Oh, there's the ladybug. And look, the tree is smiling at it. Beautiful illustrations too, right?
Uh-huh.
And are those your favorite cookies?
Yep, chocolate chips.
Perfect. And lemonade. Wonderful. Is there another favorite part?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Oh, good. Oh, look at that. Snail. Okay, so why don't you read that? See, is Sebastian in almost all your pages?
Yeah.
Aw, you're so nice. You wrote your little brother in all your pages. Okay, so why don't you read this part?
Have I ever been as small as a fly or maybe a beetle or even a slug? I've never been as small as a bug.
I hope not. Oh, nope, you've never been as small as a bug. Well, that is a very fun book.
I have another favorite.
Oh, you have another favorite? Okay.
This one.
Oh. Okay. Oh, you get to fly. Okay, so read that one to us, please.
Landing on the tip of my brother's nose. She glides through the trees, showing how beautiful life can be.
Oh, showing how beautiful life can be. Oh, that's beautiful. That's a wonderful book. So maybe we can show everybody how they can get a copy of this book. And for the first 3 people who call my office, I will give you a free book. Because I happen to have bought a few, right?
Yeah.
So we will put the link, in fact, we'll make the link to the Amazon into a QR code. And then you can go right on and buy the book, but for the first 3 people who call the office, I will give you a book because I happen to buy a few more. And anyway, so it's a fun book, it's a beautiful book, and it's written by the second youngest published author in the world, Sophia Canaday Stir. Yay! Say goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So now we have my favorite part of the show, when I introduce part of the Canaday Group team. It's called Meet the Team, and today we have Caitlin Schlechter. And yes,
Hi.
that's her. And
Hello.
Caitlin, yes, hello. So Caitlin, I'm so excited to have her as part of their team because she is an expert in high-end clients. I mean, that is your...
That's my area of expertise for sure.
is.
Yeah, so I've spent the last almost 20 years in the luxury retail sector and various offshoots of that. So yeah, I'm very familiar with the high-end client, with catering to that. Yeah, so it's been a treat, but I'm ready to step into something new also.
Well, it's not especially new to you since you've had a license for quite a while.
Yeah.
So it's just going to be more...
It's just adding to is how I look at it.
More focused,
Exactly.
more full-time, more, really more focused, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we are so excited to have Caitlin on the team, and she and I have been doing open houses together, which is totally
it's been so fun.
So fun, right?
And you were the best teacher, so it's so good to have you, and so excited to be a part of your team.
And we are excited.
It's an honor.
We are excited to have you. We really are. So you have her information below and her phone number.
Lovely.
And I know you guys are going to be wanting to call her, but this is real estate still, okay? So anyway.
Anyone call me, please.
Welcome to the team, Caitlin. We are so happy to have you.
I'm very grateful, Lee Ann. Thank you. Happy to be here.
Bye. Okay, welcome to Lattes with Lee Ann. We have a very special guest today, and I know you recognize her from before because she's really important in the Canaday Group. She's with First American
Natural Hazard Disclosures.
NHD in real estate form. And anyway, she has spoken about a lot of things that come up in the NHD reports, but in lieu of all the fires we've been having, I really wanted her to discuss an issue which is of the utmost importance called fire hardening. And one thing that really came to my mind when I think of fire hardening is the Laguna fire that I'm sure you remember maybe 20 years ago or something, when the fires in Laguna took out all of Mystic Hills except one home. They also took out a big part of North Laguna as well. But the one home that was left standing was fire hardened, meaning outside and inside. The whole yard was ice plant. You know, those are like little fire hydrants, right? Just little reservoirs of water. And the eaves were covered, and of course it was a new house, so it had a new roof and with all the proper building materials, and ... So all of Mystic Hills was wiped out except for this one new house that was fire hardened. And you even have a story about that when you first started, right?
When I first started, our geologist, we do all kinds of educational videos, even for for realtors and for their clients. But one of the ones that really stuck with me had to do with fires. And this is when they had those really bad fires up in Northern California in the Santa Rosa area. There was actually an entire neighborhood. In that neighborhood, there were two houses that had been totally redone with the new building codes after 2010, stripped down to the studs, redone, Fire swept through this entire neighborhood. Everything was gone. Those 2 houses were standing. I was blown away by that. Like how sometimes some of the simplest things that we do can save us, can save our homes, can save our property, can save our lives.
Like the eaves, like closing in those eaves, because the fires don't start on the roofs typically. They start inside the attic.
And the embers get in.
Sucked in, blown in. Well, there's a lot of winds that come with fires. So blown in there and the fire and then boom, gone, right? So maybe you can address some of those. And we should give a seminar.
I'd be more than happy to do that, because since the start of AB 38, which is Assembly Bill 38, what happens is when that went into effect, any properties that are in a high or very high fire severity zone the seller has to provide the buyer with a defensible space inspection. So I started studying up on this even before AB 38 went into effect. So here's the deal, home hardening, and this is my personal feeling about it just from all the studying up that I've done on it. It includes things like Class A roofing material, which are ember resistant, okay? Dual paned windows, 1/8-inch mesh screens on vents and chimneys, and then enclosed eaves. What were some of the other things on
Ice plant, but that's the...
Yeah, that's the outside.
Right, but that's big.
Yeah, or nothing at all, or concrete for the first, what they call the 0 zone now, which is from the structure and 5 feet out.
Oh, that's not much.
No, it's not much at all. So those type of things, and when I've talked to people about it, they make a comment about how that could be so expensive. The thing is, you could do it in steps.
Baby steps.
Like I'll do the windows now and we get that taken care of, then we'll close in the eaves, like those type of things. And that's what, and it's funny because talking to my neighbors about this, we all started doing these type of things, like the new windows. We all got together and called our HOA because of like behind a fence in our backyards, there's all this shrubbery back there. And that's the other thing, when you talk about the outside, you want to get rid of any dead and dying vegetation, anything that may be dying. Like I said, the 0 zone from the structure 5 feet out, have either the ice plants or just concrete or stones or something that's not flammable. But it's interesting because I actually went on a defensible space, and I've done a couple of them. The one that most impressed me was one I did with the Newport Beach Fire Department, okay? And
they're so nice.
They're so knowledgeable, and they were so sweet taking the time to explain all of this to me. The 4 most flammable trees are cypress, pine, palm, and eucalyptus.
Right.
This one house, it was all stucco on the outside. It did have tile roof, but there was giant cypress trees against the back of the house. And I was told if an ember hit that in 5 seconds, the tree be gone.
Right.
And here's the thing to keep in mind with that. If that was burning, even though the stucco was on the outside, there's wood inside the stucco.
Of course.
The ambient heat from that could go like right
Ignite.
through and still burn the wood.
Right.
So it's those type of things that are so important. And like I said, take baby steps. If there's dead and dying vegetation in your yard, rip it out. And the other thing too to keep in mind, because I saw houses like this too, if there's like, especially with palm trees, when they get really wild sometimes and they're not maintained, they're covering the roof. And I saw one house where it was actually like right close to where the chimney was. I mean, that's a fire hazard just waiting to happen.
I had one that was really funny. We had the defensible space report. And we, in the backyard, had a little playhouse for kids. I mean, a little bitty kid playhouse, with, 4 foot tall or whatever. And next to it was a bush, and it was adjacent to the playhouse. They made them take the bush away from the playhouse, which I'm going, nobody lives in that. It was kind of funny.
Actually, I'm kind of impressed.
Yeah,
Seriously,
that was
like
Newport Beach.
home harden your playhouse too.
Right. It was just a crack up.
Yeah.
Well, let's do a seminar, Candy.
I would love to do that.
You guys stay tuned for that, because I think that then you could ask your own personal questions and.
I would be honored to do that with you. And something else to keep in mind too, and everybody should know this, our local fire authorities are amazing. They are. My grandpa was actually a lieutenant with FDNY. Okay, so I kind of grew up at the fire department. My whole thing is, these guys are awesome. And
is that New York?
It was in New York, yeah.
Okay, NY.
Yeah. But if you go to their websites, especially like the Orange County Fire Authority, if you go to their website, they have so many great tips, not just seriously on home hardening, defensible space, but also like evacuation plans. Like if there's a fire and your family is all over the place, so your husband's at work, you're at work, the kids are at wherever, have a plan in place where you meet at Uncle Bill's house.
Right.
Okay, but have that. And the other thing that I think is interesting that they recommend too is everybody, and especially after this, I do too, have a go bag. Oh. Okay, simple things like, and mine, I have my makeup in there.
Oh yeah, the first thing in, right?
But you know, like little shampoo, the stuff that you buy for traveling, like little shampoos and toothpaste and toothbrush and extra pair of underwear. All of these simple little things can make life easier and safer for all of us.
I think those are all the things I carry on the plane, because I don't
want to lose them.
I don't want to lose them, and I don't trust the airport to not lose them.
Exactly.
Well, thank you so much for coming, Candy.
You.
Really, really appreciate it. And ASAP, we are going to do a seminar.
Definitely,
on
let's
fire
talk about
hardening, for sure.
I would love that.
Maybe we could even invite one of those cute firemen.
I have a contact, so yeah.
Oh, do you? That sounds great. Good idea.
Thank you, Lee Ann. You're the best. I am honored to be working with you, so thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Hi, Lee Ann here, and at the Canaday Group, we take great care of our buyers. In fact, we have authored a home buyer's guide for you who are home buyers and would really like to know what the process of buying a home is, what kind of steps you go through, what are all the things that you have to be aware of. There is so much in buying a property. You need to deal with experts in the business. It took us 6 months to put together this home buyer guide, which we think is pretty perfect. So if you need one, give us a call at the Canaday Group. We'd be happy to either mail you a hard copy or send you over an electronic copy. Take a picture of this QR code and it'll bring the Canaday Group to you. All of our social media and our website and our YouTube station. Enjoy.
The Canaday Group is a dedicated team of agents and assistants. Under Lee Ann's leadership, this group has provided knowledgeable, professional service for decades. Let's take a look at a few recent successes for the Canaday Group and their clients. You can keep up with Lee Ann, RE/MAX Fine Homes, and the Canaday Group 24 hours a day for real estate and community news, tips for home buyers and sellers, and of course, the latest listings from Lee Ann and her team. Go to our website at canadaygroup.com or follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And remember, Lee Ann's friendly professional team is always available to answer your questions. Call anytime at 949-249-2424.
Hope you enjoyed the show today. I know you know that we enjoyed bringing it to you. And don't forget to tell a friend so they also can enjoy the show. And share all of our social media, and make sure that you go to our YouTube station and subscribe. So that's really important for you to subscribe to our YouTube station. That way you never miss a show. We will see you again next Saturday morning for more Canaday Group and RE/MAX Fine Homes. Bye for now.